Hey everyone, it's TB Shores. It's March the 10th, 2019. It's 12:10 a.m. I apologize for not having brought a video sooner. I know it's been a few days. I've just been very busy, but I have been able to spend most of the day seeking the Lord in the Word, letting Him show me some things. Um, so I guess I'm just going to jump right in here. There's so much. I'm not sure where to begin. But I think the best thing to do is just to pick up with some thoughts from the last video where we were talking about the man child and we touched on the first fruits from Revelation 14. Um, the Lord keeps reiterating to me over and over it's about what's fixing to be brought forth. Um, as you can see, we were in Revelation 12:5. And we were focused on this part right here where she brought forth a man child. And we talked about the man child and the significance of the man child being, as we learned in Exodus, that every man child had to be circumcised. In the physical, of course, we know what that means. It's cutting away of the flesh. But what we have to understand is the spiritual application. Because this man child that's being brought forth out of the woman, as we see her in Revelation 12, representing the church. Now, for those of you who haven't been following, Revelation 12 woman represents Israel, and she also represents the church. Israel was crowned with the 12 tribes. The church was crowned with the disciples, meaning crowned. That's about bringing forth as well. When you think about birth, crowning is the first thing that happens when a birth is about to take place. So Israel was brought forth through the 12 tribes, and the church was brought forth through the 12 disciples. So the Lord keeps telling me this is about what's about to be brought forth. He wants us to understand what was brought forth in the past and what's fixing to be brought forth now. One of the main things He's shown me about brought forth is in Exodus. Let me see if I can find that right quick. Something pertaining to that. Yes, where I did a search on the word brought forth. Let's just pop up to the top. There's 73 verses in the entire King James Bible that has brought forth in it. If you just scan through them, a good majority of them are pertaining to when Moses brought forth the people. Right here, Exodus 3:12. When thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt, ye shall serve God upon this mountain. Here again, brought forth out of Egypt. Again, brought forth the people. Moses bringing forth the people. Brought forth out of the land of Egypt. So it's about bringing forth. There's How do I explain this? Some of you, I'm sure, are very aware, and then there probably are some that are not, that we are about to have another Exodus. The Lord foreshadowed many things in the Exodus, in the Old Testament, to give us understanding about the Exodus that was coming. And this is all about the bigger picture of God's plan of redemption. And like I said, He keeps reiterating to me that it is about what's about to be brought forth. And as we understand, the man child has to be circumcised, meaning spiritually, the man child has to have remove the flesh of this world, that he must walk in the spirit and not in the flesh, must not be caught up in the things of the world. It's supposed to be focused on the things of God, to be walking with him, okay? To have taken up your cross and surrendered and walking with him daily. And when we understand what that means, and looking at, let's see, back up here at verse 1, we have to look again where it says that the woman had the moon under her feet. Now, I did ask the Lord if I had understood him correctly on what I felt he had shown me about the moon, and he showed me again, but in a different way than just giving me revelation when I was talking to him. So what he told me when I asked him about this again, the moon under her feet, representing her walk with him, okay? This is what he told me, to go back to the beginning. Okay, so I went back to the beginning in Genesis, and where we see, let me find my verse. I thought I had it pulled up. But where we see right here in Genesis 1:16, it says, "And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night." So we know the lesser light that rules the night is the moon. When we click on this lesser to get a better understanding of what's being said here, we can clearly see that it's speaking about something smaller, little, youngest, younger, young. That's what the Lord had me focused on, this word young, because therein lie the key to understanding. So I asked the Lord, was I still understanding him correctly? And he had me to look up the word young. And just right here, very simply, it says young is the general word for that which is undeveloped, immature, and in process of growth. So when we look at the lesser light representing immature, lesser growth, then we can understand that it is about her walk. The moon being under her feet, it is about her walk being more immature, not being not walking in his fullness, only walking in partial light, as I had said in the other video. So the moon is the lesser light, and it represents her walk. So she's only walking in partial light. She is, as we looked it up, the moon represents the lesser light, and lesser means younger. She's the more immature. So her walk with the Lord is immature. Okay? So that's why she's not ready. The church is not ready. That's why a remnant, if you will, must be brought forth. Okay? And this remnant is brought forth as this man child. All right, and that takes us to understanding. Let me see. I'm trying to think if I need to explain anything else about that. It's important to understand that as the woman represents the church here, her walk with the Lord is immature because she's in the lesser light. Okay, and that's why there has to be a process of harvest, and the first fruits must come out of her. That's the remnant that comes out of her. And it says the man child is called up unto God and to his throne. That's important to remember as we look at Revelation 14. So I think I'm going to cut this off before we get into Revelation 14, so this will load a little faster. And I know we have kind of recapped some things, but I had hoped to clarify a few things and hopefully we'll pick up and things will move a little quicker. I know it's been a few days, so I felt like I needed to recap just a little bit and clarify about the moon and what the Lord had shown me there. But I'll be back with the next video. I love y'all. Bye bye.